The next figure we are taking a look at in Wave 1 of the Spartan Collection is Kat, the female Spartan Free who oversees the technological needs of Noble Team in Halo Reach. Before we get into this review, make sure to like the video and also subscribe to Podcast Evolved so you don't miss any of our reviews in the future. Kat is another great addition to the Spartan Collection lineup, with this figure packed full of detail to accurately mimic and communicate the armour which we see her wearing in Halo Reach. There are a ton of paint apps packed into this figure, including details on the hard case she has mounted on her thigh, tons of sculpting detail packed into her robotic arm, distinguishing it from her normal arm, and also a lot of additional detail on her torso, including additional paint applications and a UNSC logo. It is worth noting that I was lucky enough to get Kat from the second batch of figures, with some of the initial releases missing the thigh stripe. The helmet is also great here, just like on the Chief figure, with some great reflective qualities added to it. Kat also comes with an alternate unhelmeted head, and whilst this looks a little cartoony in comparison to the more realistic Spartan aesthetic, it still has some nice sculpting details packed into it. Kat also includes a nice assortment of accessories, with a Spartan laser which has some nice additional paint apps, and also a magnum, although it is worth noting that the magnum got slightly warped in the packaging, which is unfortunate. You can switch the thigh plug element on Kat's thigh around to holster the magnum as per the other figures in the line, and you can also clip a weapon into an attachment point on her back. She also comes with a wide assortment of hands, allowing you to get a lot of cool and dynamic poses out of this figure, creating some really cinematic looks. It is worth noting that the hands for her robotic arm are sculpted differently as well, to look more skeletal and more akin to the robotic arm, which is a really cool detail. One thing worth noting is a slight QC issue with one of Kat's hands, meaning that it essentially fell apart somewhat inside the socket. This has meant that I can't really interchange the hand elements on this figure, but I am sure that this is just an exception with this particular figure and not a consistent issue across the line. Overall, Kat is a really awesome figure. Some of the joints and the articulation on her are a little loose, with her arm easily able to pop out of the shoulder socket, but I know this is a problem which will be addressed in the second wave of figures, which should be arriving on store shelves right now. Overall, I am really happy with Kat, and I am excited to see how the Jazwares team eventually tackle future members of Noble Team like George or Carter. With all of that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this figure. Let me know what you think of Kat down in the comments down below, and until the next time, evolved!